are 14 million restaurant workers in the United States. Nearly 2 million, that's 1 in 7, work here in California. These are the absolute lowest paid workers in the state and across the country. They are struggling with the highest rates of sexual harassment and racial inequity of almost any industry. One Fair Wage works to raise wages and working conditions in the service sector and end all subminimum wages in the United States.
For so long, this work has been seen as low wage and low skill, when these should be skilled professions that are valued and treated like skilled professions.
One Fair Wage is a national organization. We have about 35,000 workers in California and several hundred restaurant owners committed to increase wages and equity.
Just before we opened the restaurant, I was looking for how to pay our team a living wage, but I didn't really have an understanding of what that actually looks like. I was looking to know how service charge should play a role in take-home pay and what that breakdown should look like across the house. A lot of people said if you don't give front of house a larger percentage of the service charge, you're not going to find talent, and that just didn't sit right.
From the back of the house to the front of the house, there's been very little mobility in our industry. We've done years of research on the implicit bias that goes into managers steering workers into some occupations and the differential in income as a result.
I've been working in restaurants since 2001. I was a sous chef middle manager at a restaurant, and we had an open kitchen, and we were hiring for a cook. The owner chef said, "I don't like any of these applicants. This is a French restaurant, and all these applicants are Mexican, and that just doesn't look good to the customer." I actually left. Within a month after that, I found a new job, which was difficult for me personally because I was in a managerial position there, and I started back at a line cook level.
During the pandemic, restaurant workers started leaving in mass. Employers are responding, raising wages to amounts that previously we haven't seen and that employers in this industry said were never possible before.
There's a lot of fear from small businesses that increasing minimum wage could put them out of business. One Fair Wage has shown me that centering pay, centering equity isn't just functional, but it actually helps us. Our employee retention is really strong. Things like that go a long way for the bottom line.
They established a culture here to include the staff so that we could have some agency in decisions that really affected us. Here, I have felt like kind of a lightness and a freeness and also a strength.
The things we always said were impossible or impractical are suddenly possible and are necessary for these sectors to sustain and thrive. These workers are skilled professionals and deserve to be paid and treated as the skilled professionals that they are.